Howdy, it's Darryl. Um, it seems no matter what I respond to in my comments or what I post on videos, um, people get the wrong idea. People think I'm being offensive or aggressive or whatever. Uh, actually, I'm not. Um, I may say you're ignorant, but what I mean by ignorant is not stupid. Ignorant doesn't mean stupid. Ignorant means a lack of knowledge. If you weren't taught something, if you haven't read about something or studied it, most likely you won't know much about it. That makes you ignorant. Doesn't mean you're dumb. Um, Now, when you make videos, you have to save that video, on, at least on Windows Movie Maker. You have to save that video in a specific type of format. That makes that video more easily seen with different types of machines, laptop, cell phone, desktop computer. You save it 1080p, 720p, different screen sizes. You have all sorts of options. So when someone views a video that is not set up specifically for the type of computer or cell phone they're looking at it on, you may not see the same quality that you see or can be seen in the video that's originally uploaded. I've discovered that the YouTube videos that come up are not as clear as what the video is downloaded, how the video is downloaded. You may not be seeing the details of the videos I'm showing, but that doesn't mean it's not there. It means you can't see the details. Now, there are ways of getting around not being able to see the details, and that's changing the video settings in your video player. All I use is Windows Media Player. You left click on the video, comes up with a menu. Click on enhancements. Then it comes up with a different menu. You can click on playing speed settings, video settings, and video settings is where you can change the brightness, the hue, the contrast, and the saturation, which means more or less color level. I'm not an expert on this stuff. I've had to learn how to do it all by myself. I haven't taken any classes on making videos or using the software or anything like that. I've looked at a few tutorials, but I'm stuck with using Windows Movie Maker and Windows Media Player to create and watch videos on. That limits what I can show you, because Windows Movie Maker doesn't have a whole lot of detailed options that people like Thinker Thunker, MK Davis, those people have. They've got much better software. They can show the videos to you in better detail than I can. I can try to clear it up, but also you need to try to clear it up. You need to use the enhancements in your video player to make the details of the faces clearer, more sharp, to brighten up areas. You can actually see a totally black spot in a, say you're looking into a cave on a video, and it's just a black, looks like a black spot on a rock. You can change the video settings to where you can actually see some objects, some partially into that cave. It lightens things up. It brings the details out. You know, I did this on one of Mark Parra's video, Morgan's 10. He filmed the entrance of a cave, and in the original video, it's just a black spot. That's all you see. But when you change the settings, you can see movement inside that cave. It's very difficult to tell what that movement is. But if you use your imagination, you can begin to figure out what that movement is. You know, again, like I said, I'm not a very good communicator. My mind works well, but getting my thoughts to my mouth is a totally different subject. So I word my comments in a way that I understand them, and I hope that other people understand them. But most of the time, people call me aggressive, say that I'm being abusive or offensive, when it's not meant that way. I ask questions like, do you know how to watch this video? Well, that I just explained how to watch the video. You have to be able to make the adjustments, just like a baseball player does. The batter makes adjustments to the pitches that are being thrown to him. The pitcher makes adjustments to how the batter's reacting to his pitchers or his pitches. You have to make adjustments to what you're getting in order to see a better picture on your computer. Doesn't mean you're stupid when I ask these questions. I want to know whether you know how to do it or not, so I can explain it to you. I explain things much better online in text than I do speaking. Don't like to talk on the phone. That's all got to do with anxiety. I've never said I know everything. I don't. I never see everything on my videos that I've recorded. The videos that I've shown that actually do have Sasquatch in them, they sat on my computer for almost a year, because the first time or two that I looked at them, I didn't look at them close enough to tell that there were other beings out in the woods with me. And some of them I was 10 feet from, walked right by them. Didn't know it. But, you know, because of the way people react to the video, they make comments because they can't see those things. I'm not going to show you everything that I've got on video, because there's too many people out there just wanting to cause problems and say there's nothing there. Well, if there's nothing there, then go somewhere else. But there is something there. And if you were watching it on my computer, you would see that something, regardless of what type of video you're seeing on your computer. I'm a very observant person. I have the ability to see things that other people don't. Not things that aren't there. Slight movements catch my attention. Changes in color. It's one of the reasons I was a starting free safety my senior year in high school, which I'd moved from Northeast Texas to New Orleans. Had a guy during summer camp that was, I think, probably the best athlete on the team. He was starting at free safety. My abilities, especially to look directly at the quarterback before a play started and see the entire field, see 21 other players on the field besides myself, without moving my head, without moving my eyes. I could know where the wide receivers were. To see what kind of stance they were in, yeah, I'd have to move my eyes. You don't see great detail in your peripheral vision. But I had some good peripheral vision. And I had a hard time understanding why the coach kept bringing up peripheral vision. I was thinking everyone else was seeing things the same thing I was. Same way I was. That wasn't the case. Seeing things on the video, doesn't make you special. It makes you more observant. Everybody can be that observant if you take the time to learn how to focus your attention to things that you're not directly looking at. It's hard to understand, it's hard to describe. Just because you don't see something when you first watch a video doesn't mean it's not there. I look at 9/11 videos. There's one in particular that people say actually shows the first plane hitting the first tower. I look at that video, I don't see a plane. The plane is more than half the width of the building. The sun is hitting the plane. You should see the plane, but I don't. They say it's because of the quality of the video. Bad quality video. You can identify different sections of the buildings. Why can't you see the plane? I don't know. But that doesn't mean the plane's not there. It means I don't see it. I get ridiculous comments like, oh, it's there because you say it is. No, it's not there because I say it is. It's there because it's there. I say it because it is there. The two that I've got on video that are clearly Sasquatch are in a 4-point stance like a football player. You can see their arms, or at least one of their arms. You can see shoulders. You can see the outline of their head. And you can see most of their face. And they're looking directly at me. There's others that happen to be looking to the side or looking around a tree. It's not just the two that I show on YouTube that I see. Some just aren't clear enough to where I think it's worth my time to put up, because people are so hateful and tell me I'm crazy and whatnot. I'm not crazy. I'm anxious and very passionate about what I do. So don't take offense to what I'm asking you. When I'm asking you a question, unless you're already being an asshole and saying abusive things towards me, my questions are legitimate. I'm asking you to know what you're doing or what you know, because I can't explain things. I'm not calling you stupid. If I want to let you know you're stupid, I will tell you you are stupid. I'm not going to say ignorant, because ignorant doesn't mean stupid. Ignorant means you have a lack of knowledge. There's a difference between knowledge and intelligence. Knowledge is your library. Intelligence is your computer. A computer that has no library is worthless. You have to have information in order for that computer to be able to tell you anything. People are the same way. Computers are designed similar to how our brain works. If you aren't taught something, if you weren't raised around it, you weren't in the environment to where it would be easy for you to learn something without being taught, then you're most likely not going to know anything about it. If you don't watch football, you don't read the newspapers, you don't go to football games, you're not going to know about football. It's the same way with every subject. Doesn't matter what it is. Putting your pants on. I don't know where my waist is. Don't know where it's supposed to be. I put my pants on, put a belt on. My pants are on. Who cares whether they're at my waist or not? But I'm curious as to where the hell my waist is. Stupid things like that I think about. All those things go through my mind. So when I asked you if you know how to watch this video, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm asking you if you know how to watch this video. Most people do not. I didn't when I first started watching Bigfoot videos. But, you've got to learn. You can't just come on somebody's channel and start saying, there's nothing there. You're crazy. You need to get some help. Well, most people do need to get some help. That's no news. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It means you don't see it. Did a plane hit the first building on 9/11? I didn't see it. Does that mean it didn't happen? No. If you can't see something in a video, spend a little more time adjusting the settings. If you don't know how, contact me. I'll walk you through it. Got no problem with that. There's tutorials that every software company has that tells you how to use their programs. Go to Windows, Microsoft. They tell you how to use Media Player in order to adjust the settings and all that. If you don't look at the videos, if you don't watch the previous videos that a person has put on their channel, You don't have any right to say much at all about what they need to show, what they need to do, because you don't know what they've shown. You don't know what they know. What I do is I go to the oldest video, start watching them from there. Watch every single video. There may be 200 videos on somebody's channel. I'm going to watch them all. When something catches my eye in the background, I'll pause the video, focus in on it. If I think it needs enhancing a little bit, I'll enhance it to where I can see the details better, lighten it up the picture a little bit, tell whether it's something that needs more attention. If you don't go through these steps, you're not watching the video correctly. If you think you can simply start a video, watch it all the way through, and say, I didn't see anything, well, guess what? You're not looking at it closely enough. It's not like watching a movie at the theater, watching a comedy or something. This is something we are looking at individuals that intentionally hide from us. It's automatically going to be hard to see them. I've been in this area that I go to half a dozen times. That's all. They've been there every single time. Yet I haven't seen them. I don't see them until after I watch the videos. And a couple of these videos have just sat there, and I didn't notice that there were Sasquatch in them. If you don't do the work, don't complain. Don't bitch about what other people are doing. If you don't know, either ask or find something else to do, because you're wasting a lot of our time. That's why a lot of researchers won't even address this. I do this because I want people to learn. I want people to know the things that I know. That's why I do this. That's why I make these videos. That's why I do the monologues. You know, I'm not good at all at these monologues, but I go through them because people need to hear this. It's like going to counseling. Nobody wants to go to counseling, but people have problems where they need help. Well, people come to me with problems they have, saying that I have the problem. No, it's not the case. If you're not seeing something, that's your problem, not mine. Now, you can ask me, and I will tell you how to fix that problem. But telling me I'm crazy, or, you know, I'm stupid, or I'm abusive because I ask you, that's stupidity. And if you don't like the truth, that's too bad. You really don't have an option of whether, you know, something is true or not. You either accept it or there's something wrong with you. If you have questions, ask. I ask questions. I ask questions to the very few people that comment on my videos. Not everybody knows everything. Well, actually, nobody knows everything. But, most people don't realize that Sasquatch is actually out there. It's a mythical creature. It's an imaginary creature according to the law, because it's not in the law. It's not protected by the law. if you were to go to a police department and tell them you just shot and killed Popeye, and Popeye's girlfriend is Olive Oyl, they're going to lock you up. Popeye's not protected in the law because he's a cartoon character. He's not real. Well, guess what? The same goes for Sasquatch. According to the law, Sasquatch is not real. They don't recognize Sasquatch. Mythical creatures, cartoon characters are not covered in the law. If it's not written in the law, there's no law protecting them. The same thing goes with Sasquatch. If they're not considered a living human being or a living creature, you're not going to find any laws about it. Now, you may say there are some laws, not here in Texas. Very few places will you find anything in any law books about Sasquatch. The only one that I know of is Skamania County, Washington. So if we don't get them specifically in the laws, there's no law against killing them. They are not human like us. They are closely related to us, but they are not human beings. They are not Homo sapiens sapiens. A human being is Homo sapiens sapien. They are not. So they are not covered by our law. I know this was a rather long monologue, but I think things just need to be said sometimes. I'm not a big talker, and things just build up to where I need to say them. I need to say them because of the reactions I get on the comments. I hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. Get out there and find Sasquatch. It's not that hard to do. It's really not. People say, yeah, it's not easy to find. Yeah, it is easy to find out where they are. May be hard to see them, but it's not easy. It's not hard to find them. We'll see you next time.